Hey everybody. So as you can tell, I'm out sick today. Um, Basically, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be watching this video, which you've already found. That's going to turn into a link. Also up here, I have the key with the homework in it. So if you click on that link, the second page down is going to be the key to the homework. Now, a couple things on this homework assignment. Make sure you understand that they're giving you the number. I'd really like it as a coordinate. So for like 16, I want 2 comma 0, 0 comma 4. 17, I want negative 4 comma 0, 0 comma 2. For number 18, I want negative 8 comma 0, 0 comma 2. So and so on. Make sure you know that these are all for coordinates rather than for just numbers, x equals, okay? So just make sure you're taking a look there. Now, so let's go through the notes. Okay, let's go through the notes. So today what we're going to be talking about is rate of change and slope. Now you've probably already talked about slope before. Slope in and of itself is basically just a rate of change. A rate of change is a ratio that compares the amount of change in a dependent variable to the amount of change in an independent variable. This kind of has like a more word problem base to it because it's talking about independent and dependent variables. Again, guys, pause whenever you need to if you need to write anything down. So again, independent variable is x value, dependent variable is y value. So take a look here. The rate of change is the dependent variable over the independent variable. This is going to be very important that you understand that it's y over x, change in dependent variable over change in independent variable. Okay, a couple more things to talk about with slope. I would write this whole box down in your notes. I know it seems like a lot, but slope is a really important topic, so make sure you do that. So the rise of a y is the difference of the y values, and the run is the difference of the x values. So, a lot of people say that slope is a ratio of rise to run. That's something that, we talk about a lot. Slope is a ratio of rise to run. Rise is the difference in the y values, how much you're going up or down. Run is the difference in the x values, how much you're going left or right. Make sure you take into account whether it's going to be positive or negative, whether you have a negative rise where you're going down, or whether you have a negative run where you're going left. So the slope is really, again, just rise over run, or another way to say it is change in y over change in x. This is divided by. This is not a coordinate. This is not like rise comma run. This is rise divided by run. It will give you a number out. Slope is always just a number, usually represented by a fraction. Okay, remember that y is the dependent and x is the independent. So taking a look here, the slope of this line is going to be, look, here's a nice crossing point here. Here's a nice crossing point here. Here's a nice crossing point here. So what you're going to do is just count the rise and the run. So the rise would be 1, 2, 3 over 1. So 3 over 1 is my slope, or just 3 if you wanted. If you wanted to write it as a fraction, you would write 3 over 1. If you wanted to write it as a, just a number, you'd just say 3. Positive 3. Here. Nice crossing point here, nice crossing point here. You're going to go up 1, left 1, 2, 3. So rise 1, left 3. Now, this is a negative sloping line. Up 1, left 3. So that's a rise 1, left 3. That is 1 over negative 3. So negative 1/3 would be this slope. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about, there's an easy way to remember if a line is a negative sloping line or not. It will always make the crossbar of an N. See, I'm drawing an N with my cursor. Okay. A negative sloping line will always make a crossbar with an N. Okay. Positive sloping lines, won't do that. If I jump back up to this one, if I tried to make an N, it would be backwards. This makes a good N. This is a negative sloping line. So the answer here would be negative 1/3. Looking down here for C, nicely crossing point here. Nice crossing point here. Rise 1, 2, run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 over 5. 2/5 would be the slope. And don't forget it's positive and negative, so negative sloping line. Down and to the right is negative sloping line, so we have a negative 2/5 as our answer. Okay, looking here, if that's a vertical line, think about rise and the run. Look at these 2 points here. How much am I rising? I'm rising 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm rising 6, but I'm not running any. So if I'm rising 6 and running 0, it would be 6 divided by 0. Well, divided by 0 is undefined. So this slope, I would actually write on the answer blank, undefined. If I could write here with my mouse, I would. Undefined. Okay? If it's a vertical line, the slope is always undefined. If it's a horizontal line, it kind of flips around. There is an amount of run, but there is no rise between these 2 points. So the rise is 0. The run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know it's going by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So it'd be rise of 0, run of 12. 0 divided by 12, we learned at the beginning of the year. You can take a 0 divided by 12. That's actually 0. A number divided by 0 is undefined. A vertical slope is undefined. A horizontal slope is 0. Think about a little skier on a hill. If I always think about slope being like, I could draw a little guy on skis going down the slope here. Well, what if I put this little skier on this slope? He's going to go way too fast. He's not. That's not good. Bad news. But if I put him on this, what's his speed? 0. He's not moving anywhere. He's not going this way or this way. Just 0. His speed here, no good. Uh-oh. Okay. So here's a good a good rundown of all of the different types of slope. Pause here, write this down. Okay, take a look at the difference between 2 slopes. Okay, look at the slope of a line of 4 versus the slope of the line of 1/2. Notice how the slope of the line with 4 is steeper than the slope of the line with 1/2. You're going to notice that as you get bigger with the slopes, bigger value with the slopes, the steeper the line. And that includes the negatives over here as well. So notice how 2 is a bigger number than 1, right? If I'm looking just the absolute values, 2 is bigger than 1. So therefore, the slope of 2 is going to be steeper than the slope of 1. I know they're both negatives, but I'm just looking at the values. Think about this. The slope of a line with a negative 3 is going to be steeper than a slope with a line of 3/4. Again, because of the absolute value. Since 3 is bigger than 3/4, this is a steeper line. Steeper meaning, a greater rate of change. Okay. So tell whether the slope of the line is positive, negative, 0, or undefined. So I want you to pause here and think about these two. Tell whether it's positive, negative, 0, or undefined. Okay, this one, vertical line. If I put the skier on the slope, undefined. This one here, B. No crossbar with an N. That's a positive sloping line. Oh, look, crossbar with an N. Negative sloping line. There we have it. There's today's notes. Okay, so once you're done with today's notes, make sure you write down everything that I asked you to write down. I will be, kind of taking a look at your notes and making sure you wrote down everything that you should have written down. I know this is probably a lot of review for you guys, so make sure you, understand this stuff before we get to tomorrow. Just as a reminder, don't forget about your Throwback Thursdays. They are due on Thursday. I know I haven't seen a lot of people submit it yet, so make sure if you have time today, make sure that's something that you can do. All right, see you guys tomorrow.